Have you ever wondered why restaurant food often tastes far superior to what we cook at home? It's more than just the ambiance and the joy of not doing the dishes. Chefs possess a treasure trove of secrets, techniques honed over years of experience, that elevate their dishes to an entirely different level. These techniques might seem intimidating at first, but they're surprisingly achievable in a home kitchen. With a little knowledge and practice, you too can unlock the magic of restaurant-quality food within your own home. This isn't about complicated recipes or fancy equipment. It's about understanding the fundamental principles that make food taste amazing. We'll delve into the world of short cures, explore the power of acids, and discover the wonders of hydrocolloids. Get ready to transform your cooking and impress your family and friends with dishes that taste like they came straight from a restaurant kitchen. One of the simplest yet most effective restaurant techniques is the short cure. This method has been a secret weapon for chefs around the world, allowing them to elevate the natural flavors of meat with minimal effort. It's a technique that can easily be replicated at home, transforming your everyday cooking into something truly special. This involves salting meat for a short period before cooking, a step that might seem insignificant but can make a world of difference. By applying salt to the surface of the meat, you initiate a series of chemical reactions that enhance both flavor and texture. The process begins with the salt drawing out moisture from the meat, which might sound counterintuitive, but it's actually the key to unlocking deeper flavors. As the salt penetrates the meat, it starts to break down muscle proteins, making the meat more tender. Salt draws out moisture from the meat, concentrating its natural flavors. This initial extraction of moisture is crucial because it allows the salt to dissolve and form a brine. This brine is then reabsorbed by the meat, carrying with it the concentrated flavors and additional moisture. As the meat sits, the salt dissolves into the extracted moisture, forming a brine that then gets reabsorbed. This reabsorption process is what makes the meat juicier and more flavorful. The brine acts as a vehicle, transporting the salt deeper into the meat, ensuring that every bite is seasoned to perfection. This process not only enhances the taste, but also tenderizes the meat, resulting in a juicier and more flavorful final product. The salt breaks down the muscle fibers, making the meat more tender and easier to chew. This is particularly beneficial for tougher cuts of meat, which can be transformed into succulent, melt-in-your-mouth dishes. Don't be afraid to experiment with different types of salt like kosher salt or sea salt, each offering a unique flavor profile. Kosher salt, with its larger crystals, is perfect for drawing out moisture quickly, while sea salt can add a subtle, mineral-rich flavor. You can even try flavored salts, such as smoked salt or herb-infused salt, to add an extra layer of complexity to your dishes. Remember, even a short 30-minute cure can make a noticeable difference in your dishes. This brief period is enough to allow the salt to work its magic, enhancing the flavor and texture of the meat. For a more pronounced effect, you can extend the curing time to an hour, or even overnight, depending on the type of meat and the desired outcome. Try it with chicken breasts before grilling, pork chops before pan-searing, or even fish fillets before baking. Each type of meat responds differently to the salt cure, but the result is always a more flavorful and juicy dish. Chicken breasts, which can often be dry and bland, become moist and flavorful. Pork chops develop a rich, savory taste, and fish fillets become tender and succulent, or even fish fillets before baking. The salt cure works wonders on fish, enhancing its natural sweetness and ensuring that it stays moist during cooking. This technique is particularly effective for delicate fish like salmon or cod, which can easily dry out if not cooked properly. You'll be amazed by the enhanced flavor and juiciness a simple salt cure can achieve. It's a small step that yields big results, turning ordinary meals into extraordinary culinary experiences. So next time you're preparing meat, take a moment to give it a short salt cure. Your taste buds will thank you. Salt and acid are the unsung heroes of the culinary world. They are the secret weapons that chefs wield to transform ordinary dishes into extraordinary culinary experiences. These two elements, when used correctly, can elevate the simplest ingredients and make them shine. They work in perfect harmony, enhancing flavors and creating a symphony of taste that dances on your palate. Imagine a beautifully plated dish, where every bite is a burst of flavor, a delicate balance of savory and tangy notes that leave you craving more. Salt, as we've discussed, amplifies the natural flavors of ingredients. It has the unique ability to bring out the best in whatever it touches, whether it's a simple vegetable or a complex sauce. Salt can make the flavors pop, making each ingredient taste more like itself. Acid, on the other hand, provides brightness, balance, and complexity. It adds a layer of depth to dishes, making them more interesting and dynamic. Acids can cut through the richness of fatty foods, providing a refreshing contrast that keeps your palate engaged. Think of a squeeze of lemon on grilled fish, which not only enhances the flavor of the fish, but also adds a zesty freshness that makes the dish come alive. A splash of vinegar in a salad dressing can transform a simple mix of greens into a vibrant and exciting dish. The acidity of the vinegar balances the oil, creating a harmonious blend that coats each leaf perfectly, or a touch of wine in a sauce, which can add a subtle complexity and depth of flavor that elevates the entire dish. The alcohol in the wine evaporates during cooking, leaving behind a rich and nuanced taste. Acids cut through richness, awaken the palate, and create a more well-rounded flavor profile. They can make a dish feel lighter and more balanced, preventing it from becoming too heavy or cloying. The key is to find the perfect balance. This requires a keen sense of taste and a willingness to experiment. It's about knowing when to add a pinch of salt or a splash of acid to achieve that perfect harmony. Too much salt can be overpowering, while too much acid can make a dish unpleasantly sour. It's a delicate dance, and finding the right balance is crucial to creating a dish that is both flavorful and enjoyable. Start by tasting your food throughout the cooking process and adjust the seasoning accordingly. This allows you to make small adjustments and avoid over-seasoning. Remember, it's easier to add more seasoning than to fix a dish that's been over-seasoned. Remember, you can always add more, but you can't take it away. This is especially true with salt and acid. A little goes a long way, and it's better to add them gradually, tasting as you go. Experiment with different types of acids like citrus juices, vinegars, and even acidic fruits like tomatoes. Each type of acid brings its own unique flavor and characteristics to a dish, allowing you to create a wide range of flavors and textures. Tomatoes, for example, add a natural sweetness and acidity that can enhance the flavor of many dishes. They are versatile and can be used in a variety of ways, from fresh salads to rich sauces. Mastering the art of balancing salt and acid is a game changer in the kitchen, allowing you to create dishes bursting with flavor and complexity. It's a skill that takes time and practice to develop, but once you do, you'll be able to create culinary masterpieces that delight the senses and leave a lasting impression. Section 4. Texture is king. Hydrocolloids might sound intimidating, but they're simply ingredients that can modify the texture of food. These magical ingredients are often the unsung heroes in the culinary world, transforming ordinary dishes into extraordinary experiences. They work by altering the physical properties of food, giving chefs the ability to create textures that are otherwise difficult to achieve. They're the secret behind those velvety sauces, perfectly set custards, and airy mousses you find in fine dining restaurants. Imagine the smooth, rich consistency of a sauce that clings perfectly to your food, or a custard that holds its shape yet melts in your mouth. These are the kinds of results that hydrocolloids can help you achieve. One of the most versatile hydrocolloids is xanthan gum, a naturally derived ingredient that acts as a thickener and stabilizer. Derived from the fermentation of simple sugars, xanthan gum is a staple in many professional kitchens. Its ability to stabilize emulsions and suspend particles makes it invaluable for a variety of culinary applications. A tiny amount of xanthan gum goes a long way, adding body and viscosity to sauces, soups, and even homemade ice cream. Just a pinch can transform a runny sauce into a luscious spoon-coating delight. In ice cream, it prevents the formation of ice crystals, resulting in a smoother, creamier texture. Another popular hydrocolloid is agar-agar, a plant-based gelling agent that creates firm, heat-stable gels. Extracted from red algae, agar-agar is a favorite among vegan and vegetarian chefs. Its ability to form gels at room temperature makes it ideal for a variety of applications, from desserts to savory dishes. It's perfect for making vegan jellies, puddings, and even fruit caviar. Imagine creating delicate, jewel-like spheres of fruit juice that burst in your mouth, or a pudding that holds its shape, yet has a silky, smooth texture. Agar-agar makes these culinary feats possible. The key to using hydrocolloids successfully is to start with small amounts and gradually increase until you achieve the desired texture. Precision is crucial, as even a slight variation in quantity can significantly alter the final product. It's all about finding that perfect balance. Remember, a little goes a long way. This is especially true for powerful hydrocolloids like xanthan gum and agar-agar. Start with a small pinch and adjust as needed. It's easier to add more than to fix a dish that's become too thick or gelled. Experiment with different hydrocolloids to discover the texture and consistency. Each hydrocolloid has its own unique properties that can be used in ingredient recipe. Whether you're aiming for a silky sauce, a stable foam, or for a gel, hydrocolloids can help achieve restaurant quality results in your kitchen. Section 5. Flavor under pressure. Compression techniques like vacuum sealing are becoming increasingly popular in home kitchens, and for good reason. They offer a world of possibilities for intensifying flavors and creating incredibly tender and succulent dishes. Vacuum sealing involves removing air from a bag containing food and then sealing it tightly. This process not only helps preserve the freshness of ingredients, but also allows flavors to meld and intensify during cooking. One of the most popular applications of vacuum sealing is sous vide cooking, which we'll delve into in the next section. However, you can also use vacuum sealing for marinating, infusing oils, and even compressing fruits to intensify their flavors. Investing in a vacuum sealer is a game changer for any home cook, opening up a world of culinary possibilities and allowing you to achieve restaurant-quality results with ease.